actually talk about it. Oh, I know I've triggered a lot of people by just saying that name. Put the pitchforks down. He's not a bad person. It was so annoying. I'll put him at number 8 for now. I have some fries with me. I have a Pepsi and I have a lot to talk to you guys about, and I don't have that much time. Let's get comfortable. I was just at a coffee shop, right? And I was doing some writing. I was writing a romantic scene between my 2 main characters, okay? Even though I have little to no experience in that department in real life, I have so much experience when it comes to reading romance novels. Romance novels are my bread and butter. I know everything about romance novels. Sorry if you can hear traffic. I'm in an abandoned parking lot. For some reason, everybody wants to park here. Ridiculous. Back to the topic. Okay, romance novels. I'm very well versed in them. Okay, I've read a lot of romance novels in my time. When you read loads of romance novels, you become attached to certain characters, and by certain characters I mean the boys, the book boyfriends, if you will. If you go on BookTok, there are a couple of popular names that constantly come up whenever you talk about book boyfriends. Us delusional romance readers, we like to convince ourselves that we share them, but that's what you do when you read a romance novel. You kind of project yourself into the story. So as I was thinking about romance and as I was writing this romantic scene in my book, I was thinking, wow, I think my main male character is a great book boyfriend. Obviously biased, but I think he has all of the qualities that possess a good book boyfriend. So then I started to think about it. What makes someone a good book boyfriend? What makes a boy in a book that is the main love interest? What makes him a good book boyfriend? Okay, because I will not lie to you guys, not every popular book boyfriend on TikTok is a good book boyfriend. Even though they're popular, some of them are absolutely whack. Some of them are absolutely horrendous. And I think it's something we should talk about. Let my voice shake there. I have a personal favorite, but it's not just a personal favorite. I take a lot of factors into account when I decide which book boy is the best. So I'm not sponsored, so I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm eating and drinking now that I think about it. But I got a nice drink with me, I got some fries with me, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to share with you guys which book boyfriends are the best and which book boyfriends are the worst. And I'm going to do it in a ranking system, okay? I have compiled a list of the 10 most popular book boyfriends, not just on TikTok, in the book space. In the reading space, I have looked and I have done my analysis. I've also read these books myself, so I do have some insight into them, and I'm going to rank them 1 to 10 based off their green flags, their red flags, and my own personal analysis, which we all know is the most important factor. It's not like I'm going into this blind. I have read these books myself, so I know what I'm talking about. And we're just going to rank them 1 to 10. I need to be home before 5. It is currently 4:11. But I don't care. I hate when the public isn't public. You know what I mean? Let's get started. Adam Kent from the Shatter Me series. Oh, I know I've triggered a lot of people by just saying that name. If you finish the series, put the pitchforks down. When I got to book 3, I hated him too. But we need to actually be fair, and we need to really think about him as a boyfriend to Juliet. Just for some context, I'll try to keep it spoiler free, but if I give you a spoiler, cry about it, because I don't know what, but I'll try my best. Don't worry, I'll try my best. Him and Juliet, they meet in a psychiatric ward in the first book, and he's pretending to be another patient, but really he's a soldier. He becomes kind of a safe space for Juliet. He's very much the kind of guy that wants to be a protector, wants to be the one that she leans on. He's not the biggest fan of when she becomes more independent. She wants to take down the reestablishment and stand up for things. And he's very much a case of I just want to protect the people I love and back out. I don't want to be a part of the fight. I don't want to be part of the freedom fighters group. I don't want to do all that. I just want to get a place for me, my girl, and my brother, and keep them safe and keep them away from all the drama and just keep us safe. It just gives the impression that he wants to keep her down. He wants to keep her small. He wants to keep her, the same frail Juliet that needed him. She doesn't need him anymore. Whatever, I'm going too deep into the book at this point, but that's basically the general gist of Adam, and he says a bunch of things in book 2 that he shouldn't have said. I agree, guys. He was a bit rude. Did he say something like, I wish you died, or something? I was better off thinking you died? You know when you're just really hurt and upset and you just say things in the moment that you probably don't mean? I don't think he meant that, guys. Again, put the pitchforks down. I read that and I was pissed at him too, but I genuinely don't think he meant it. In book 1, he was good for her. He just wasn't good for her long term because she changed, okay? She didn't need that anymore. But I don't think Adam is a horrible book boyfriend. I think he has his charms. So if we're gonna go into green flags, Adam Kent is reliable. He's loyal. And he's also a protector. What happened to the lighting? The hell? Now into the red flags. He was restrictive. He was rude. He was obsessive sometimes. You know, when they were at a mega point and he made his relationship drama everybody's problem. Like, it was so annoying. You know, when you park in a parking space like this, I just saw someone park like this in a parking space like this. I get it, there's an L on the back for learner driver, but still. So those are the green flags and those are the red flags for Adam Kent. If we're going to give him like a fair ranking between 1 to 10, I would put him, these positions are subject to change. I would put Adam Kent, I'll put him at number 8 for now, because I saw at least 2 people that might be below him. But we still need to do the analysis. Adam Kent, you were number 8. I can already hear you guys. You're like, yeah, she's gonna talk about this guy again. Yes, we know, we get it. Aaron Warner. Let's talk about it. Aaron Anderson Warner. That man does not play about his girl. Like I said, Adam Kent is the protector, the provider, all that stuff. Aaron Warner is still a protector. Don't get me wrong. If you try to hurt Juliet, it's rap. Even though he was a protector, he was not a restrictor. He knew Juliet could hold her own. He knew she was capable of protecting herself. He was willing to step to the side and let her do her thing. Sorry, I just saw something in the bushes. Oh, it's a rat. Okay, let's just go straight into green flags with Aaron Warner. Protector, provider, obsessive. The perfect level of obsession, okay? Sorry guys, I'm just getting distracted. Yeah, he is like unironically very funny. Red flags. Let's go into red flags. Hates everybody but Juliet. And you might take that as a green flag, and I feel like a lot of fans of the book take that as a green flag, but it's actually not a good thing. And it's probably one of the things that makes their relationship a little bit more difficult in the later stages, because Aaron, you have to be nice to other people. Like, you cannot just be nice to Juliet. That is a red flag. Sorry. Hates everyone but Juliet. He's rude. He's 5'9".
Do I regret what I said? No. I don't regret. Neither would God regret what I said.
Sorry, you know, that's not technically a red flag, but it's definitely something we as a book community struggle to accept. I have to put it in the red flag section just because it caught us off guard, okay? You know, but sorry, it just compared to the rest, he's also blonde, which is another thing that we're not used to. So I had to put that in the red flag section as well. Taking into account all of the red flags and the green flags, I'm going to put Aaron Warner at position number 3 for now. Next up, we have Xaden Ryerson from Fourth Wing. This guy's a bit of a newer book boyfriend, okay? At least for me. I didn't read Fourth Wing that long ago, and I remember loving Xaden Ryerson. But at the same time, and don't shoot me on this, guys, I just feel like Xaden Ryerson is the same as most book boyfriends. Like, he feels like if you were to get somebody to tell you all the basic descriptions of the great guy in every book or novel, like, oh, he's really tall, oh, he has tattoos, oh, he's tanned, oh, he's protective and strong. What else is there to him aside from that? Because Aaron Warner, I feel like, is very unique, okay? He is a unique character. Even Adam Kent, he's like uniquely annoying. Xaden Ryerson just feels so basic. Sorry. He's probably a lot of your guys' favorite. He definitely made me giggle and kick my feet when I read the book, but I do not think there are that many defining characteristics about him. Green flags. Self-sacrificial. That's a big characteristic of his. He's very self-sacrificial when it comes to his girl, and I love that. He's very much a case of like, I will die on my sword for this girl. Not saying he dies or anything, guys. I'm not trying to spoil anything. Like, geez, I've only read book 1, and he's very much alive after book 1, but he does give the impression that he would die for Violet. Red flag. His nickname for Violet is horrible. Violence. I don't like it. Sorry, I don't like that nickname. Violence. Violet. Come on. But yeah, I don't like that nickname. So that's a red flag. Wait, guys. Oh my god, I have really bad cramps. Wow, I need to go. Do I need to go home? He's really hot. And I know they're all hot, technically, all these book boyfriends, but Xaden Ryerson's description specifically is very attractive, okay? His, like, physical description. And what's really hot about Xaden is that he wields shadows. And that one scene where he had all his shadows choke these students that were trying to hurt Violet, see? I'm using that stupid nickname. When he had all those students beat the hell up because of what they tried to do to his girl, I was like, look at me. I'm literally sitting here trying to remember what made him so special as a book boyfriend, and I cannot think of much. He's such a basic archetype for a book boyfriend that I'm just sitting here being like, yeah, he's great. He's like, what, hot, protective? Like, you need to be a bit more unique, you know? Xaden Ryerson, hot name as well. I'm trying, guys. I'm putting him at 7 for now. We're going to go to Twisted Love. Alex Volkov. I have a certain gripe with the Twisted series, okay? I don't like the like Anna Huang's books in general. I read Twisted Love first and I was like, this is not good for me anyway. I didn't like it. So then I tried to read another one. I read King of Wrath, didn't like that even more. Then I read Twisted Games and I said, okay, this one is slightly better, but just in general, those books are so difficult for me to get into because it just feels so, everything about those books feels so predictable and the guys feel so bland. Anyway, Alex Volkov, he's a popular book boyfriend, okay? It was giving brother's best friend and he's like a CEO and everything and he's cold and detached and you know, all that stuff. Let's get straight into the red flags. Cold, detached, rude, somewhat boring. Like I really was not excited by him as a character. Like nothing about him excited me. I was just kind of like, oh, what? So he's just like, the most interesting thing about him is the fact that he's like cold and like mysterious. Okay, cool. Green flags, I would say the standard protective. He does lower his walls for her. Oh, another red flag. The relationship felt very just physical. He just seems like a very physical guy. That type of relationship at first. I feel like they were friends with benefits at first, to be honest. I can't remember, but yeah. The relationship felt very like, it felt like it lacked depth for most of the book. Anyway, he traveled across the world for her. Like he did grovel. Personally, I think he could have groveled more, but okay. Oh, another red flag, he sang. The man sang. Back to green flag, he was rich. Alex Volkov, you are number 9. I'm so sorry. You have to take the number 9 position. 7 and 8 are already taken, but I cannot put you at number 6. So sorry. And I can hear the Twisted Love fans screaming at me. Guys, he sang. He sings when he wants to apologize. That's not okay. Kenji from Shatter Me. Green flag, he's funny. He is emotionally available. He is just a comforting comfort blanket. He is obsessed, and I mean obsessed with his girl. It's a cute kind of obsession. It's very much a, I am devoted to this girl. I want to be in her skin. Like if Kenji loves you, you are blessed. I'm actually really struggling to think of a red flag with Kenji. Every man has a red flag. It's not possible to not have a red flag. Like, let me literally think about it for a second. Guys, I don't think Kenji has a red flag. I would say maybe his unseriousness could cause problems if you're trying to have a serious conversation with him. I doubt it though. I can't see Kenji not knowing when to like. Guys, you comment if Kenji has a red flag. Like if you've read the books and you think Kenji has red flags, tell me. Like tell me what they could be, because I'm genuinely drawing a blank right now. I'm going to have to put Kenji at number 2. Kenji Kishimoto, you have taken the number 2 spot. The next one is Christian Alistair from The Maddest Obsession. The guy has to go to therapy to get over this girl that he never dated. Mind you, the girl forgot his name. As he's having therapy sessions to get over this girl that he's obsessed with, her hair tie is on his wrist as he's like flicking it. As he's going to therapy to get over this girl, she's over there married to someone else and doesn't even remember his name. That's his green flag. I don't care. That's a green flag. You should be so obsessed that you have to go to therapy. That feels like something that should be the norm now because of him. Yes, of course you have to go to therapy to get over me. Like, so yeah, that's his green flag. He's the jealous type. And I'm still trying to figure out whether or not that's a green flag or red flag. Keep in mind, he's jealous to the point that he would kill a man for looking at her. She smiles at a man and that man is dead. Is that a green flag or a red flag, guys? I don't really. Personally, to me, I'm not mad at it, but anyway. He is also a dirty cop, so his job is a bit dangerous, so I would say that's a red flag. He's also not very open about his emotions or his feelings or his trauma. He's very much a closed book in that sense. I know obviously with Gianna he opens up bit by bit, but the fact that it takes so much, his past is actually really dark, so of course he's not very open and honest about it and not very like. But yeah, he's a tough cookie to crack, which some people may take as a red flag. It's like, you know, so yeah, fair enough. I would put him at number 6. Maybe we might mix up Zayden and Christian, but I feel like Christian had more to him as a character. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's more memorable. Rysand from A Court of Thorns and Roses. Guys, there will always be a soft spot in my heart for this man, but at the same time, people have picked up some valid criticisms. Did he force himself on Farah or not?
Not intending on making a video tonight.
I looked up on it a little bit on TikTok. Apparently he forced himself inside her mind, even though she did not give him permission to do it. Now that's causing some like back and forth and discourse between people online, because they're like saying that he didn't do it to like enter her mind and steal information. He did it to like show her and train her how to block him out of her mind. His green flag is the fact that he's very like loving and sacrificing. He wants her to be strong on her own. Very similar to the difference between Aaron and Adam in Shatter Me. Raisan wants Farah to be able to take care of herself and look after herself while he also takes care of her and protects her. Like, he's protective over her, but he's not the same way Tamlin is. We're gonna do Tamlin and Raisan at the same time, okay? Tamlin is very similar to Adam, and Raisan is very similar to Aaron. Adam and Tamlin are very much, I want to protect this girl, I want to make sure she's okay, I want to be there and protect her and everything, but they also don't want her to spread her wings, because for some reason, I think one, her spreading her wings means she's gonna run away from me, and also her spreading her wings means that I don't think she can take care of herself. I don't think she can like look after herself like I can look after her. With these guys, Raisan and Aaron, they have full faith that she can take care of herself, and they want to help her take care of herself, but they also still want to protect her. My camera just died. But yeah, like I was saying, Raisan and Aaron are fully aware that the girl can take care of herself, and not only that, but they want to help her take care of herself, so they're going to, you know, be there to help her train and everything. With that into account, you're gonna see where I'm going with this. Obviously Raisan is gonna be higher up than Tamlin. Also, Tamlin did not care about like triggering Farah's trauma, caging her when she has so much trauma attached to being caged. He knew that, but he still caged her. And also he spoke disrespectfully about her once they were broken up, which is like same as Adam. Like, he had his good qualities, obviously, because if he didn't have his good qualities, then why did we love him so much in book 1? You know, like, he would do anything for her, but he was not understanding. He very much had this mentality of what I think is right. Same with Adam, and that's why they're on the lower end of things. So with that being taken into account, you know what, if I had to say Raisan had red flags, his red flag would be he went into her mind without permission, which is still not great, even though we know it was for training purposes. But I would still put Raisan at number 4. Now this is where I think we're going to shift things a bit. I don't want to put Tamlin at number 5. We're going to shift up Christian Alistair and Zayden Ryerson up by 1. So we're going to put Christian Alistair at number 5, and we're going to put Zayden Ryerson at number 6. And at number 7, we are going to put Tamlin, Tampon, whatever you want to call him. Remember when in the second book, was it, when Farah was crying at night and going up and throwing up in the middle of the night and like literally struggling to sleep, and he could hear her and he knew she was awake. He was awake and he was hearing all of this, but didn't console her. He just wanted to go ahead with everything. He wanted to pretend everything was okay. He wanted to go along with the wedding, but his wife was suffering and he did not console her. So that lack of empathy is a problem. He's number 7 for those reasons, okay? And his green flags could only be attributed to one book. I have the number 1 spot and the number 10 spot left. Zaid Meadows from the Haunting Adeline story. If you've read the book and you love him, I am scared of you. Let's go into red flags first, because I'm not even gonna rant about him for too long, and I'm surrounded by men because of this football game that just ended. There are men everywhere. Like, there's men everywhere. I'm scared. Can you hear the engines revving around like with their horrible cars? Anyway, he's a stalker. He's a creepy stalker who does not know how to take no for an answer. He stands outside her door. He stands outside her house, breathing on the glass like a psycho. And he has a sick obsession with this cat and mouse game where he's the cat, she's the mouse, and he chases her. And even if she's not interested, he wants to force himself on her. I don't care how you guys can rationalize that and think that that's okay, but it freaks me out. Like I said, there is a scene where he forces himself on her when she says no explicitly, and he still does it. And she is fine with it at the end, but I'm like, that was not okay. If I'm remembering it wrong, let me know. But there was a scene where she was like dating or getting to know some other guy, and he delivers that man's fingers to her in a box. He assaults her. That's why I don't like him. Next, green flags. Okay, if we had to force some green flags out of him, he saves victims from trafficking, young girls, all that stuff. He saves them from trafficking and he kills people who are involved. He is very much a guy who goes out there and like mutilates and attacks and kills people who are involved in child trafficking. Good for you, but that doesn't mean you get to be a psycho stalker. Just because you save victims of assault doesn't mean you get to be an assaulter. It doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, he's a hero, but he's also like a perpetrator too. So like, where do we go from here? Like, him forcing himself on her was my last straw, guys. I was so confused. I was like, there's no way we're romanticizing this. So obviously he's number 10 because he has way more red flags than green flags. Is he even a book boyfriend? I don't think he is. I didn't read the rest of the series. Like, I'm not gonna rant about Zaid Meadows for this whole like an hour, because I could talk about that for hours. But yeah, he makes me uncomfortable, so he's number 10. Last person, and they are not going in the number 1 position, we're gonna do some reshifting, is Lucian from Akatar. Lucian from Akatar is somebody that I felt really bad for in the series, and I've decided to maybe think about him as a book boyfriend, even though he technically wasn't anybody's book boyfriend in the series. He has a thing for one of the girls, I think one of Farah's sisters, but she doesn't reciprocate those feelings back, which is like unfortunate. But as a book boyfriend, I would say Lucian would be so good. I think he would be loyal, because he's a loyal person. We've seen that as a character. He's protective and he's sweet. So as a book boyfriend, I think he would be great. But red flag is his association with Tamlin. Now, I know people argue that that's not really his fault. He was born in the Spring Court. He can't just shift his loyalties like that. But at the same time, it's Tamlin. So I'm just gonna drive home. Let me just finish this off really quickly because this place is so loud and chaotic, and I cannot do it. Like I said, we're gonna rejig things a bit. I want to put Lucian at number 4. So if we put him at number 4, we're gonna put everybody else up 1. So that means Rysand is number 3, Aaron Warner is number 2, and Kenji is number 1. Kenji, Aaron Warner, Rysand, Lucian, Christian Alistair, Xaden Ryerson, Tamlin, Adam Kent, Alex Volkov, and Zaid Meadows. That is the list of the book boyfriends ranked from 1 to 10. In my opinion, that is how they should be ranked. That is the perfect system based on their red flags and their green flags, because I said so. Kenji, Aaron Warner, and Rysand have the least red flags, and if they have red flags, they're not that deep compared to the rest of these people. Their green flags heavily outweigh their red flags, not in like amount, but in their significance. This is a video essay, by the way, guys. I don't know if you noticed. Lucian, Christian Alistair, and Xaden Ryerson. Nothing special about these men, but they're also not the worst book boyfriends in the world. Don't get me wrong, they are cutie patooties in their books especially, but compared to the top men, they are not that special. Their red flags significantly outweigh their green flags, and they are just not the kind of book boyfriends I would recommend. I hope today's video was very insightful. I hope you guys took something out of this, because I definitely enjoyed talking about these men with you guys. I'm gonna go home now because my cramps are killing me. People are watching. It's getting loud and annoying, and I just want my bed. So I've almost finished the first draft of my novel. I have like 7 chapters left. I literally wrote a chapter this morning, and I'm so excited to be finished. And by the time I finish the first draft, I will be talking to you guys in the newsletter more often, which if you check the description, you'll see the link. The newsletter will basically give you guys updates on everything to do with the book, everything to do with the release of it, sneak peeks, all that stuff. So if you're interested in the story, I'll put your email in the link, and you know, get those goodies. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.